News. Get daily news updates. Sign up for the CNN newsletter.
One note, today is National Nurses Day, a time to celebrate, appreciate those nurses on the front lines helping to battle the coronavirus. There are obviously many stories about their dedication and courage and bravery in the face of this crisis, but we want to tell you tonight about one pregnant nurse treating coronavirus patients in Brooklyn who got the virus herself and now needs help. She is Sylvia Leroy, and her baby was delivered prematurely and safely by cesarean section while Sylvia was in a coma. But that by no means is the end of the story, not in the least. Earlier I spoke to her sister, Shirley Licin. So Shirley, maybe can you just walk us through what happened to your sister after she contracted COVID-19?
Sure. Sylvia picked us up likely at work. She's on the front line. She's a nurse at Brookdale Hospital. And she actually had gone into her hospital mid-March because she wasn't feeling well. She was nauseous. She was vomiting. She was also 6 months pregnant, so she didn't make much of it. And went to the hospital, had a quick stay, was sent back home with some antibiotics. And then a couple of days later, she went back into the hospital, really not feeling well with a fever. And they did a test for her. She tested positive for COVID. And she rapidly deteriorated in a matter of days. She went to Mount Sinai. The very next day, she was put on a ventilator. She was doing well. She was able to get into the trial with the Ebola drug remdesivir and was doing so well. We were so hopeful for her. In the meantime, my dad had contracted COVID. My mom had contracted COVID, her husband, her children. My mom developed a pneumonia and had to go and had her stay at Mount Sinai in the same hospital with Sylvia. My mom went home, she recovered. My dad had it really mildly, but Sylvia's was the worst. Hers was really, really bad. But after 7 days, she came off the ventilator. She had ICU delirium, which seems to be impacting a lot of folks that are coming off of the ventilators. And she was doing well. She was doing well. Anderson, Sylvia really wanted to FaceTime with me, and I very much regret it because I thought that she needed to rest. And she was supposed to be discharged to go home. And this was around 11 o'clock in the morning, and then, around 3:20 or 3:30 in the afternoon, I get a call from her attending doctor saying that Sylvia coded. And we were on the phone together. And she was saying that she was so sorry for my sister. And I was frozen on the phone, and I knew I had to call her husband. I was like, I need to get Jeff on the line. And we were listening while they were administering CPR to her. And after what I cannot say, the most awful number of seconds or minutes that it took, they said they found a pulse. And they rushed her off to the operating room to have an emergency C-section. Sylvia was 30 weeks pregnant. And so her baby Esther was born. Esther was born. Thankfully, she's doing okay. She's a little blue, so you could tell that there wasn't enough time. She didn't have a lot of oxygen. She was a little blue, and she was whisked off to the NICU. And then my sister went back on the ventilator, back on life support. She had sustained 8 minutes of no oxygen to her brain. They did an MRI, and she suffered an anoxic brain injury. She's not responding.
And of course, you're not able to be with her, to actually see her.
No. In an otherwise non-COVID world, our family would be with her. We would be touching her. We would be talking to her. We would be holding her.
And I understand that there's a specific program that might be able to make a difference with Sylvia, to might be able to help her. What is that?
Yeah, so I did a lot of research because what we're going through is some issues with insurance. I found out that Sylvia could go to what's called acute rehabilitation for some specialized programs that are only had at a handful of rehab centers across the country.
She's a nurse. Her insurance, you say, won't cover that?
Now, what we've learned from her insurance, she's part of a union called 1199, and they have a subsidiary of Cigna called Care Allies, who initially only wanted to cover for 30 days of acute rehabilitation for her. Sylvia needs months and months of rehab. We ran, a story in the New York Post, and then they just agreed to at least go for 60 days. And we were told that we need to get private insurance because she's not eligible for Medicaid, or try to do workers' compensation because Sylvia picked this up at work. But unfortunately, with workers' compensation in New York, cases are just not being approved right now.
And workers' compensation isn't being processed at this point. I mean, this is something you're saying. What do you do? I mean, what do you do?
We put a GoFundMe page to see what we can fund for Sylvia. Sylvia has needs that none of us can comprehend. Even a discharge plan, even getting Sylvia into this rehabilitation center where this is her fighting chance.
I mean, the idea that somebody is a nurse who's dedicated their lives to helping other people in a time of need cannot get, the medical attention that she needs is beyond horrific and unfair and devastating. Can you just tell me a little bit about Sylvia? I mean, what did she love being a nurse? Is this something that she'd always? I mean, most nurses are. I mean, it's a calling.
She started at Brookdale Hospital, and years later, I asked her, I'm like, why don't you leave? You can go into private practice. You can do some other things. And she said, this is a disadvantaged, group of people that live in this area in the Brownsville section of Brooklyn. If I leave, who else is going to educate them? Who else is going to care for them? That's the kind of sister that I have. She deserves a chance. That she deserves to have whatever her best actual can be.
Shirley, we're putting the GoFundMe page on the screen, and she deserves help and support, and it's I hope this helps, and we'll continue to follow this. Shirley, I'm so sorry for what you and everybody in your family is going through. It's Sylvia, and we wish her the best, and we wish you the best.
Thank you, Anderson. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
It's an outrageous story. This is a nurse who has dedicated her life, a pregnant nurse, dedicated her life to helping other people, got coronavirus, now needs to go to this specialized facility and is unable to because of the insurance she has and what it will and will not cover, apparently. It's an incredible story. We reached out to both Cigna and the nurses union. Cigna told us it was not responsible for making the choices of what's covered. Tonight, the union gave us this statement. Our hearts go out to Sylvia Leroy and her family. While we're not able to discuss the details of individual cases due to confidentiality issues and HIPAA requirements, we can tell you that we are working to ensure that Sylvia gets the care she needs. Well, we'll continue to follow that and see if that's true. Let's hope it is. Again, if you'd like to help, please go to GoFundMe page on the screen, gofundme.com/F/help a frontline nurse and baby get proper care. I'll be donating as well. We'll tweet that out and put it on our Facebook and Instagram pages as well. A lot more ahead tonight, including new details about the food supply chain, what some major meat processing plants are now saying about reopening.